At Ally, we bucket our relationships with our schools into two main groups. So we have tier one and tier two. And then those tier one schools are 16 schools that are near like our two main Ally hubs or one of our regional business centers. So these engagements naturally are going to be more in person since they're easy to get to. But that said, we do see the value in a hybrid approach, especially since more and more students are off campus nowadays. So we'll hold virtual events with these schools. We do have our tier two schools. So these might be schools that aren't necessarily near an Ally office, but pockets of the business do see value in tapping into them for their hiring. Handshake is not only a megaphone to allow us to communicate with student audiences, but also as a great way to filter down to the kind of specific talent that we're looking for. The segments and campaign features and the sourcing campaigns within Handshake are a great way to really hone into specific skill sets. So we'll build out talent segments for specific majors, at specific schools, and then you can even drill down to students who affiliate with underrepresented groups. So from there, we'll push out a campaign, with messaging to this audience, or host a virtual event such as a resume workshop. When you're on campus, you're more than likely attending an event that the school has organized, such as a recruiting fair. But in a virtual environment, you have more power to be creative with your offerings. We like to do and host info sessions on topics such as financial literacy, just telling them more about who Ally is as a company. We like to host resume workshops, mock interview sessions, all which, not only help with recruiting, but also to spread brand awareness. So we're able to socialize these events to student audiences virtually using Handshake's campaign features and events. Now, regarding Moguls in the Making. So Moguls is actually an on-site event, but it is an entrepreneurial competition that Ally holds annually with 60 students from 15 HBCUs. So this competition occurs over a 4-day period on-site at an Ally office. However, we do really lean on with Handshake to help us to socialize the application to these students. So we use it to spread awareness about the competition, receive applications, organize info sessions, just to give the students more information about the event and what to expect. So although the event itself is in person, Handshake is instrumental in us getting set up and organized for it. So in general, the hybrid approach allows you to be more inclusive off the bat, right? Because it's tailored to both students who live on campus and those who don't. So this was mentioned earlier, but again, the Handshake segments and campaign feature allows you to push out communications to students from underrepresented groups. So this allows us to address gaps in representation and ensure that we're being inclusive to a diverse candidate audience. We're also very mindful to include our ERGs in both our on-site and virtual event. A cool feature of Handshake that we like to use as well is the advocates feature. Members of our ERGs volunteer to serve as advocates as well, which aids us in our communications. So the good news is that our regional business centers are in 5 separate geographic regions throughout the United States. So really, we have a presence in all corners of the country. Students are more likely to relocate now more than in years past. So regardless of the school or the geographic region that we're recruiting in, we'll speak to the opportunities that we offer across the enterprise. And flexibility is important to Gen Z. So highlighting that a role is remote or hybrid is certainly a competitive advantage in attracting talent. So we make sure that our job descriptions include language that highlights the flexibility that a role may offer, as well as in our communication to students. We always come back to the WIFM, the what's in it for me. We want to show students the value of, hey, this role does offer flexibility. Realize that's important to you, but here are also the advantages of coming on site as well. Aside from team camaraderie and the culture, like tangible things, right? Like what are you going to learn on site? What resources will you have available to you in the office?